Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I feel a little bit like a cornhole. Dad Dad came out to help me because he's gonna help me get work on Kenny and get the fuel pump off. And I said it'd be like, you know, start at 10 or so, or you know, if I was gonna be earlier or something, I'd text him. Yeah, he showed up at 10 and I was still in my house coat sitting in my chair watching a heavy D video. So yeah. So anyways, Dad went to go get his truck because he's driving for JV Logging right now, and take it home and then come back. So I'll clean up the mess that I made yesterday because I didn't get it cleaned up because I worked kind of late on low and slow. And I cleaned up some wiring there. I should show you guys it. I wanted to make the headlights so they didn't stay on with the because as soon as you turn the key on and started, the headlights came on like daytime running lights. I didn't want that. You know, I want it so if I'm parked, I can have the marker lights on and it'll look cool. And the other thing I did is I swapped headlight bezels with the aftermarket ones with lights that I bought for Kenny. And you know what? I think the way the cab is on a Peterbilt, I think these actually look better on the Peterbilt than they did on the Kenworth. So I took the ones off the Peterbilt because they weren't bad, and I put them on the Kenworth. And I'll get some new ones for Kenny when I get it done. But look at that. I don't know. Those headlight bezels to me just look really good on the Pete. And I'm gonna wire them up because these are markers and signals, and so I'll wire them up. It's too bad these don't light up. Now I saw a truck. I haven't hooked them up yet, so there's wires there. But I saw a truck in it was an earlier version in a show or whatever, and those were signal lights, and I'm wondering, like, were those signal lights at one time? It looked really good. But and you can't get reflectors from factory anymore, because I tried to order reflectors, but they don't make them anymore. I don't know if there's an aftermarket making them, or if a guy could make some somehow, because I got one that's cracked. But that's another thing that I'm gonna have to get one day. But so I'm gonna show you what the issue I have with this window and why I want to try and get room in the shop for the Peterbilt. Yeah, climb my climb. So if you check this out, it rained last night. I have water on the dash, and it's coming out this seam where it's rusty, and that really stinks. So my windshield I ordered isn't in yet, but that's priority one, is to get the new windshield in and that sealed. My roof, ironically, does not appear to have any leaks. I thought that was a drip, but it's actually a drill mark. I don't want to touch that because it'll start leaking. That's the air horn. There's a dent right there. But you know what? It looks pretty dry. I'd like to get some hucks at work and fill these holes, because then they're filled with a huck. And this is a VHF antenna, and I'd like to rip that out too, because antennas in the center of the roof are hokey. I mean, the radio's antennas in the center of the roof, so that I might leave there. But yeah, the other one's got to go. And I changed these switches so they all light up, although my fan switch lights up all the time now, which I don't know if that's normal or not, or at least when the key's on. I changed these two switches because I wanted to make it so this one's for headlights. So when I flip this one, the headlights come on and your running lights. So if you turn your headlights on, your tail lights, excuse me, your tail lights come on as well. If you turn this one on, your tail lights and your marker lights come on. So marker lights being the cab roof lights and the mirror lights. So yeah, those ones don't come on with the key. So I tidied this up a bit. This is what I cut out of the dash that they had for daytime running lights. There's two relays. These old switches, you can see well, this one's not terrible, but there were some burnt connections. Yeah, you can see this here, like that's a a burnt connector from too much overload if he's a log truck driver. And this switch, it actually, you can see that's loose, and that was hot, and that's corroded. Like every one of them is loose, and that was the one that the headlights were on. And they had it hooked up so when you turn the headlights on, it would turn, or pardon me, when you turn your marker lights on, or was it your headlights, or was it the marker lights? I guess it was when you turn the key on. When you turn the key on, then it would turn the headlights on, but I think it was back feeding and drawing more through the other wire, causing it to get hot. So basically this was the original feed wire for the headlights. So of course it doesn't reach because it was cut short. So I added a chunk of same gauge wire, and you can see these wires are all very thick. This one here, there's a hokey join, which is grabbing power for beacon lights, which is this yellow wire. I'm going to clean that up still, but it's okay where it is. Now this connector here was for my fog lights. And what they had done is basically when you turn your headlights on, it would put power to your fog lights as well. And they had this skinny little wire going between that thick gauge wire. Now I don't know what gauge that is, but I know it's not that gauge. That gauge does not match that gauge. So I fixed that because that's like a fire waiting to happen. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want my truck to catch fire. So anyways, that's what I did last night. I was playing with my my fix for the fiber optic lights, and I stuffed the light right in there, and it still didn't work. So I'm thinking that the fiber optics has just gotten old, and we're gonna have to figure out another way to fix that. Because, I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world if the indicators don't work, but it'd be really cool if they did. But anyways, so I just wanted to show you guys real quick what I did. I cleaned it up. We're going to tidy it up a little bit more, but I put new connectors on here. And so then that way, this one still has the original connector, but it's not too bad. So does that one. But new switches, tightened up, tidied up the wiring a bit. Still going to fix this. And here's one of the relays I used. And there's still some more relays in here with some power, I think, going to the wiring on the frame, because they did have some stuff on the frame. But anyways, we're not working on low and slow today. So, well, at least I don't think we are. No, we're working on Kenny. I gotta work on Kenny. I gotta do the hard stuff. It's a kicker. This this interior fluff stuff and that, I enjoy it. I actually really enjoy doing it. But it's and I find it fairly easy, or at least I think it's easy. I don't know, but I need to tackle the hard stuff. I need to get Kenny driving again in the worst way, but this just drives me nuts, which is why on Monday I'm gonna have to check out where my windshield is, because I gotta fix this. I can't, you know, it's no wonder the dash is all effed up because of the windshield leaking. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that we have rain. But look what's in there. We got wires and stuff. And this is what I have to fix, because it's got broken corners. And yeah, it's no wonder my dash is all boogered. And you can see there's other drips along here. So it's basically leaking kind of all along. It's no wonder that headliner was buggered and green, and why my dash is buggered. You know, it's got lumps and that, but it's just from moisture. I'm surprised it's not all mildewy inside, but I guess in Alberta, southern Alberta, it's dry enough. Well, it's either frozen or it's hot. So when you get moisture, because it doesn't smell bad in here. You know, I didn't really see any mildew. No, I mean, there was a few like little spots on the roof that I think are dirt as much as anything, maybe, but you know, maybe a couple rusty hucks. But overall she's pretty dang good. So but yeah, I got to get back into the shop and we got to work on Kenny. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys what I did last night because I didn't record it. And those lights around the headlight bezels, I'm gonna get those hooked up too because it's gonna be easy. But Dad's coming over to help me with the Kenworth, so low and slow is gonna have to wait. And we're back. So yeah, much like the last video where we ended up doing the front brake pots, I was working late, so I left my tools on the floor. So I got to clean up and get ready for Dad. And you know, I feel like a cornhole for not being ready. But I guess you know, it's one of those. Oh, dropped a water bottle. I get mad at the kids for leaving half-drunk water bottles around, so I should give myself heck. And this is my dehumidifier. I actually have it running all the time, and it fills into this garbage can, and she's getting full. I do that, so like especially in the wintertime, if you come in and it's snowy, so that it's not so wet in here, because you get moisture on the windows and stuff and condensation. But I'm going to shut it off because it's a bit noisy when you're trying to vlog. And turn on some lights, set my bag down, and yeah, clean up my mess. And I'm thinking I might try and push Kenny back so that I can raise him between two lights maybe, because last time when I raised it, he hit that light. So, but I got a mess. I don't know. Maybe I'll just deal with it because I already cut those blocks for the right height. So yeah, maybe we'll just deal with it. But I am going to move the car because I don't want to screw up and hit the 64. Some of you wanted to see what's under the cover. I wasn't gonna, well, I don't really show it on this channel. I do have another channel called Mike's Garage, which I've done really terrible at uploading because I've been so infatuated with my cab overs. But anyways, since we're working on this side of the engine, Kenny, I'm moving that one because that's my 1964 Corvette Stingray Coupe car cover. So the car cover is doing its job. Oh, I also put lights up here, although they came unstuck, but I guess it's too hot. Or was too hot. I'm telling you, this car gives me goosebumps every time. It is absolutely a dream car. Oh, look at that. Gosh, this is why I have to move it, since we're going to be working right there. Put it on Princess. Princess is the old car. She's a newer car, but she's older than this car for me. This is the new car. The new old car. And I've had it for a few years now. This is her. We actually call it, Andrea and the kids named the cars. This one's called Prince, that one's called Princess. They named Princess because when I got Princess, That was, over, 5 years ago, 2016. She's a 2016 I bought used, and they named her Princess because it was like, oh, Princess can't go outside in the rain. Princess needs a car. I was looking for something meaner and badder like Medusa or... Anyways, Princess stuck. So. And then this one, they call it Prince because, you know what? Little red Corvette. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, absolutely love this car. Like, this is a piece of history. Not only is it a piece of history, but it's a great investment. This car's probably darn near doubled in value since I got it from what I paid for it. Well, maybe not doubled, but it's definitely worth more. I may never be able to sell it, but you know, and Princess is pretty cool too. But ironically, that car is now worth more than that car. This is my old car, even though it's 5 years old, and this is my new car. And a lot of I don't really show my cars on the channel because I don't want people thinking I'm being a braggart, because I'm not trying to be. I just love Corvettes. I've always loved Corvettes since I was a kid, and getting this car was a dream come true. And I don't drive her enough. She's only got 19,000 kilometers on it, not quite to 20. I think it might be really close to 20,000. Next time I drive it, it'll hit 20,000 kilometers. In 5 years, and when I got it, it had 460 kilometers on it. It was used, so it was 6 months old, it was used, but so I got a great deal on it, which is why I bought this one, because it's a 3LT. I couldn't afford a 3LT at the time. Well, it was borderline whether I could afford it, but it's like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta do it. So we did. But yeah, 5 years later, and you know, put on about, well, 5 years, that's like 4,000 kilometers. That's pathetic, 4,000 kilometers a year. I gotta smarten up and drive my cars more. But of course, there again, I'm playing with cab overs, and I love cars, so I get to play in my garage. Anyways, whatever, getting sidetracked. But yeah, this one, this is a baby. This is my baby. Well, actually, you know what? They're both my babies. But this one, you can take it on a cruise. You have heated and air-cooled seats. You know, it's pretty darn reliable. This one, I could take it on a cruise, but I worry about rock chips and all that. But check it out. This is absolutely a little gem, piece of history, and I love her. 327 4-speed. It's the what is it, the 365 horse, so the tack goes up to 6,500 RPM, 78,000 miles. I don't know if those are original miles, if it's like 178,000 or 78,000, but she's just awesome. Actually, since we're talking about cars and not working on trucks yet, I'll show you under the hood, because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna dig this. Because if you're a fan of cab overs, you're probably a fan of cool cars. Check this out. Yeah, 365 horse, 327. It's all original, still has the single master cylinder, which everybody tells me I should change because it's dangerous, but it wouldn't be period correct then. I tell Andrew if she drives it, if all of a sudden you don't feel your brakes, grab the e-brake, but at least the e-brake's easy to get to, so I'm not that worried because the e-brake is easy, but you always keep it in the back of your mind. And, but you know what? No power steering, but it does have power brakes, because of course, being the high horsepower, power brakes did take power away. It's got an upgraded alternator from the generator, but other than that, she's period correct. Now, any of you hardcore car guys, this is a period correct engine, but it's not a numbers matching car. So this engine is out of a 1963 actually, and came from Germany. So when Lee got it, was it Lee? No, Terry. Sorry, getting my previous owners mixed up. When Terry bought it in Germany, as I said, the original owner, the serviceman that was in Vietnam or wherever he was, had blown up the engine. And you know what? I think that's kind of cool. You know, if you're a guy in the Army or I don't know if I'm going to assume RV, maybe a Marine, you're like young and you're like, yeah, go hot rod in your car. Well, he blew up the motor. So this motor was the replacement engine that Terry got from the GM dealer in Frankfurt, Germany. So this engine is actually out of a 1963 block. But 1963 block, all the other stuff was put back on, it was rebuilt. But anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a quick look at Prince and Princess. Mostly Prince, because you've seen Princess in the background, but he's always under car cover. And I actually have a car cover for Princess, so she'll go under there. And that's why I got the lift, because in the wintertime, I store them on the lift. And then I got this LED light at Costco and put it under here. So if I want to work on something, like my cars, because that's the other thing. Peterbilt Mike likes to work on cars. This is so handy. And I got this LED light, although it fell off. It came unstuck here, so I have to fix that. So I'm gonna fix that. But look at how awesome it is for working on something with a light. Yeah. But, and the old Expedition. Who can forget about the Expedition? Certainly not me. But being that this is right where we're gonna be working today, in this area, I don't want that car beside this. Because when I pulled the oil out, I actually got a drip of oil sploshed onto the car cover and made me realize Prince is too close to Kenny. I mean, if it was just for storing, no big deal. But when we got to pull heavy equipment off the engine, then we don't want to do it. But anyways, sidetrack. So anyways, that's the car. That's Prince. You know what? If you want to see a driving vlog of it, go check out Mike's Garage on YouTube. It's my channel. I haven't checked it in a while. I really need to do more videos on that. And I'm a little bit, you know, I was a little more green in it. But yeah, check it out, Mike's Garage. Actually, another channel that I started that I have a video from Mount Robson that I haven't uploaded yet because I've been dragging my feet is My Adventure Book Travel, because my wife actually started a travel agency, My Adventure Book Travel, and fall of 2019. Yep. Spring of 2020, it's starting to get going. Spring of 2020, COVID hit. So yeah, travel agency's not doing so well, but we love to travel. So my plan was to vlog our trips, and with her working in that, it would help pay for our vacations. And yeah, it might be fun to vlog. So anyways, we can get started on that. But you know what? Right now it's all about cab overs and truck stuff because I love it. I mean, I love my cars, but it's raining. You can't drive it in the rain. You know, it's a Corvette. Can't drive it in the rain. But my cab overs, that's another love. That's a whole nother love. And Mike's Garage is my shop. And it's my sanctuary. Anyways, let's get started on working on this bad boy before Dad gets here. And you know, this video is going to be like an hour long. I really appreciate Dad coming to help because, you know what, I think it's great father-son time. You know, and Dad's done a ton of stuff for me over the years. Actually helped me get started in sales. You know, Western Star was looking for a salesman, and he's like, somebody mentioned it to him, and he's like, no, I wouldn't be good at that, but my son probably would be. And that was, February of 2007. Well, here we are, August 2021, standing in my shop, got a couple Corvettes, got a couple cab overs, doing all right. Been working at Peterbilt for 10 years. And love what I do. You know, it's been a struggle, not gonna lie. It's been a huge struggle, but you can do anything you want if you're willing to work for it. So, and I owe it all to Dad, you know, and you know, the experience of growing up with the trucks, even though at the time I was pushing back because I wanted to do so many things other than, you know, be with trucks because I grew up with it. So it was like, you know, you're gonna go so you're wild up. Anyways, whatever. Anyways, let's get started working on Kenny, because let's face it, that's what we're here for. And I want to get him running so I can do burnouts. Ooh, well, not that I should do burnouts, but if I'm going to replace the rear ends anyways, if you're going to replace the rear ends, if you blew one up, who cares? It's kind of a bad attitude, but I really want to do a cab over burnout. And this thing's so short, it'd probably do donuts like real easy. Just as long as you don't do donuts down the highway at 100 kilometers an hour, because that would be... Anyways, guys, Dad gets back. Okay. All right, guys, Dad's here, and he's helping me. Even came with coveralls on. trying to get to is right down there, basically right about there. Compressor actually doesn't look that old.
Well, look on the tag.
83. I don't know. Cummins fuel system. So the other thing that I'm doing, guys, well, for one thing, I broke the lid off my trouble light. And when I say lid, I mean hook, the dummy. But the antifreeze is red. So they use the red stuff.
Wrenches.
Just thinking about here. Well, mind you, maybe we can take the compressor and everything off together.
1 inch.
I'll go get a 1 inch. Then I wonder if I should turn this so that it's because there's the notch for top dead center.
Of what cylinder?
Number 1.
But where is it at now? Or do you know?
I don't know.
Like,
Well, I guess I could drain the air.
oh, it'll soon be drained. Oh, it's not coming back. So you're okay. Your check valve is working in your air tank.
Take this right off. This is the fuel line. Just because it's in the way.
Well, actually, I need a pair of side cutters too.
Maybe grab a little baggie and
They're just black tape. Well, not that one, this one.
oh, that one. No, no. They told me at work, or somebody told me, that because this is mechanical, it doesn't matter. Like it's not timed per se.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that was the fuel pump and not the compressor.
Well, the compressor's not really timed, other than, you know, I mean, it's either, well, I don't know how it's in there.
Maybe I'll just grab the wrench and turn it back so it's on.
Yeah, but what cylinder is it on?
Well, it's on 1.
That mark is for 1. But
Yeah.
is the engine number 1 cylinder top dead center?
I'll take that outside, maybe. Where was that?
Or, yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's either on top dead center of compression or it's on top dead center of.
Yeah, but it's 13526. So the mark is either 1352 or 6 is top dead center.
It's 1
How do you know?
because I watched a YouTube video and they set it off 1.
Yeah, but if number 5, well, I don't know.
I don't know either. I just thought for a reference so that when I put it back together, I can try and have it the same.
Mm-hmm. What did you do with the tape?
It's in my pocket. Maybe I should put that ratchet on it. That would probably make more sense than a. Ouch. Ugh. Turns a lot easier when there's nothing in the holes.
I'm hoping that 60 series isn't seized up.
See, there's a nick right there, and I believe that's...
But what's it line up to?
There's a little arrow. Okay. There. Oh, I feel better. There you go.
Oh, you have to get me to help you take it apart. Because only I'll know where everything went. Huh?
Maybe.
Actually, a flex handle would work if you got a flex handle.
A little bit of probably work, or if it would be too dangerous.
Next thing we got to determine is how far ahead we have to go with those cams.
Okay guys, so here's where we're at. We're gonna take the compressor off here at this flange with the fuel pump, but there's a bolt like this, 5/8 bolt in, it's down in there. So we need the fancy curved wrenches. And we think we might have one because I remember changing a compressor on a truck once upon a time, and I think we bought wrenches for it. So Dad probably has them at his shop container, so we're gonna go for a drive and see if Dad has the wrenches. If he doesn't have the wrenches, then we'll go to Princess Auto and buy some curved wrenches. And then the plan is everything's unhooked except for a little line down there, return line off the pump. All these lines are disconnected. We're hoping to pull the compressor and everything out in one unit, and then we can get at, I don't know if you can see them, down there, just down under there. Actually, I'll turn you guys upside down. Right there, those little covers. And that's our cam followers, so cam follower access covers. And apparently you have to shim those and to set the cam, so that's not easy either. But anyways, let's go see if we can find a wrench. Okay, I got the crooked wrenches. Now we just have to try and make it work. Oh, all right, guys. I got the troubled bolt out. Yes, that's right. I got, where is it here? This bolt. Yeah, it was way down in there. That kind of sucked. And then I was trying to pry this open or off, and I realized there's another bracket. What would life be without realizing there was another bracket? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a result. Is that gonna sit there? That's a fun little bolt. Okay. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, good thing I ate my Wheaties. Oh God. It's okay. It's just antifreeze. Oh, old man noise. The piece does the resistance. Oh. Oh. I don't know about you guys, but that was a toughie. So this is the cover that we needed access to right there, because that's the cam follower cover. There's the gear for the compressor, and like a dumbass I kind of marred that trying to pry it back, and then realized, well, mind you, I guess I get a new gasket for that anyways, but I didn't necessarily need to do that. So yeah, that's the cover I got to pull off, because there's cam followers on there. And I wonder if I got to take that off. I hope I don't have to take that off. If I have to take that off, that's going to really blow goats. Oh. Maybe I can just pull this side of it off. Yeah. Anyways, I think that might be it for tonight. But there it is. Here's a compressor, and it was this little bracket there that I missed. And that's the spline. And gosh, you know, I think I have to take that off. I really do. Which is not cool, because that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the hole I need. I'll just Google it, look it up on YouTube. Yeah, let's keep going. That's all we can do. You might notice my lift is pushed up to the wall. So I made some room so that I could get low and slow in here. Now it's a little bit sketchy to back them in, and I got them in once, and then my shift linkage came off. So yeah, that was a moment. I didn't record it, but I popped the cab up on low and slow here, pulled them out, and you know what, it was just one of the rods that's wore, and I just pulled it back on, and it was good. So in the meantime, I hooked up some lights. I'll show you the lights I hooked up. This could be cool. Actually, I'm going to set you guys up so you can, you know, see it firsthand for yourself. Ta-da! Check it out. I got marker lights there, and I got marker lights there, and the headlights aren't on. Oh, and they signal, but that marker light's out, so just forget about that for a second. Yeah, look at that. Got some marker light action, LEDs. and they signal too. So people should have no problem seeing me. And I did something else. So let's turn the signal light off. But if you notice, there's a bit of a red glow. Do you notice the red glow? Should we zoom in? Oh, underglow. That's right. I put some underglow under. It's red underglow. I should put some underglow up here too. But yeah. So that's just the start of it. You know, I can tie into it. I can add some more lights, but I have the lights and there was the spots for it. I did this side too. Look at that. Lights it up nice and red. Ooh. If you look under here, there it is. Just an oval LED light shining down, and the bolts were already on the step reinforcement. So we'll see what it looks like in the dark. But I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Is it cool? I think it's cool. I can't believe I got a marker light out. I think it's just a poor ground. I bet you if I go up there and tap it, it'll work. But yeah, it's kind of a neat night. Rain today. But you know what? I'm just gonna grab the ladder and give it a tap. All right. Any bets as to whether I just have to tap it? Well, I think this is where Mike eats crow. And it's too late. Oh! There we go. Just had to give it a little love tap. Just a little love tap. Just a little love tap. Oh, don't fall off the ladder now, Mike. Oh, there. Now we're better. Check it out, guys. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Peterbilt Mike. Catch you on the flip side.